It is that time again when I say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Tuesday, the 5th day of April. The year is 2026, of course. And I don't know about you, but I am so very thankful for life this morning. The best of the health that I have, I am so thankful for it. It's Tuesday, so Heavenly Father, I thank you for another beautiful day. As I enter into this day, I come in prayer for those who lost loved ones, those who are in hospital beds, nursing homes, and struggling financially, spiritually, and emotionally. Lord, I'm praying for those who are looking for jobs, the ones struggling with addictions. Father, I ask you to continue to give us the strength to look to the hills, which cometh our help, in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Amen. Today is a blessed day, a gift from God wrapped in love and new beginnings. May His light shine upon your path. May His grace fill your heart and with peace, and may every step you take today lead you closer to joy, success, and divine favor. God bless your day with His happiness, health, and countless reasons to smile. Amen, 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 and amen. Yeah, it is a good day to have a good day in a good way. I don't know what you're going through this morning, but I want you to know that He is bigger than your problems, eh? It's 24 minutes until 7 o'clock. Good morning to all my online people. Yulin Alexander is with us. So too is Michelle Bernard. Let me see who else is here. Petlin is also with us. Lauren Salim, good morning. Gratitude is a must, she always says. Sylvina Charles, Mildred Smith, Catherine Phillip. Yep. Who else is here? Monica Mayrose Williams is with us. Joan Brathwaite Batson, Yulin Alexander, Sharian Nichols, good morning. Mary E. Banks. Good morning to all you wonderful folks. To those of you on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, good morning to you. Reverend Samuel Caesar, good morning. Out there in East Flatbush, New York, good morning to Mr. Best out there in Barbados. Hope you guys had a great weekend and that you're looking forward to this day with high expectations, preparation that is met with opportunity. That is what luck really is, yeah? Yeah, this thing called luck is not that, some fancy thing is spinned and, it's spun, not spinned, but spun, and you just get lucky. That's not the way it works. How it works is that you got to be prepared, and in your preparation, that is when the opportunity comes, you can capitalize on that. That's what luck is. Luck is no fancy, mysterious things. You got to prepare, and that's the way the luck comes. So good morning. It's 22 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The word of the day today, that word today is utilize. Utilize. U-T-I-L-I-S-E. Utilize. And what it means to make practical use of. Utilize. U-T-I-L-I-S-E. To make practical use of. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Utilize local resources. Make use of the local resources that we have. And this one is very timely in the world in which we live today, that is so volatile and dynamic. Things are happening. When we look at what's happening in the Middle East, and things are not going to get much better. Things are going to get worse. So we have to learn to utilize the resources that we have to for our liberty. Yeah, now is the time to, emphasis should be placed on more local production and agro processing and things like that. It's important that we do that now, because I am of the opinion, not trying to be the devil's advocate, but I am of the opinion that sooner rather than later, a whole lot of things that we rely on that we can do without will start becoming less available and less affordable and eventually unavailable. So the sooner we realize that and prepare ourselves for it, it is, better for us. Ian Best, what's up, bro? Dazzling Langine, good morning. Jillian McIntyre with us. Rita Williams, how you doing? My wonderful folks up at Mount Nesbitt, hope you all are doing fine. Yep. And for those of you who, wondered, yesterday I couldn't make it yesterday. Couldn't walk, man. Something went wrong with, my ankle, so I'm here. I forced it today. I can't stay that long away from you, I want you to know that you're more than a conqueror, right? The motivational tip of the day is on. Yeah. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. Yes, I like this. Don't expect the leaders to make that path between you and success. Do it alone. If everybody does that little thing, there's a song that we sang while we were in primary school, and brighten that corner where you are. If we brighten our little corners, what I'm saying, things will just get better. Yeah, trust me on that. More than a conqueror, that's who you are. Scooby and the guys at the Legacy Sports Bar, good morning to you, bro. How are you doing? Hope you all are doing fine, right? I am in you. Mount Parnassus, Ravine, Rady, good morning. And Philip, how are you doing? Victoria. All is well, I hope. 'Cause that's who I am in you. How was the Bashi Laka on Friday? Couldn't walk, couldn't make it, man. Every morning when I awake. Yeah. Hope it was successful. Caitlin, you and Vicky and everybody, good morning. Mr. Alsted John. My voice, I worship thee. It is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. What's buzzing this morning? Well, Grenada strengthens ties at Beijing Development Conference. Compost Awareness Week activities are on the way. In the region, a manhunt continues after deadly shootout in Cunopia, Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, 21 dead in China fireworks factory blast. And in sports, Grenada women, they crowned the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association Beach Volleyball Champions. The men didn't do so well, but the ladies, at least, they raised our noses. Yeah. All those of you out there in the diaspora, good morning, my friends over in England. Good morning, my friends in Canada. Good morning, good morning to you, Clifton. Yeah, how you doing, bro? Yeah, it's good, it's nice when folks can listen to, look at you and correct you and set you on a brighter path, even if it's maybe just like the pronunciation of some words. Listen, folks, I often say it. Yes, I was a teacher, yes, but teachers do get it wrong sometimes. And, so there's this particular friend of mine, he says, listen, you keep saying Canada. It's not Canada, it's Canada. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Don't be afraid, if you realize there's something that I'm saying wrong or so, just reach out to me and let me know, man. Because I want to be better. I'm saying I want to be the best that I can be. Erlin out there in the U.S., good morning to you. Claudine Paul of Tilleries, happy birthday to you coming out from Petlin. Nice. Yolan Swan, good morning to you folks. The AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
We are more than conquerors through him that loves.
Get ready for the mother of all bingos, because Sunday, May 17th, the entire nation will be heading to the National Cricket Stadium for the massive Mega Force promotions, Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. It all goes down from 5 p.m. and this year you can win not one, not two, but 3 hybrid cars. We're talking a Suzuki Ignis, a Subaru XV, and a Honda Vissel. But that's not all. You can also get a chance to win $30,000 in cash. Grab your tickets now. $60 for one or $100 for two. And did I mention free buses will be available island-wide? This is the event no one should miss. Sunday, May 17th, Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. National Cricket Stadium, we're coming. Brought to you by Caribbean. It's the way we play.
Boom! From here, the melody, you know it's me, Martin, and dancing to the fullest. And listen, Grenada, you don't have to ask me if I love you, I do. Now listen up, it's all about Sunshine Promotions presents its 25th anniversary on May the 9th, 2026. Yours truly, Christopher Martin, will be here live and direct at the National Stadium, so make sure you forward out. It's gonna be sweet sugar reggae coming at you all night, you understand? I can't wait to see you. Beautiful ladies, the first 2,000 of you to reach the venue will stand a chance to win out of $20,000 in cash prizes, you understand? So make sure you follow out early. I can't wait to see you. See you there.
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458. But hurry, registration close April the 30th. Don't wait. Bring your fire, bring your flavor, and bring your A game. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026, where champions are made on the grill.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Tuesday, 5th May 2026. In the headlines, Grenada strengthened ties at Beijing Development Conference, and Compost Awareness Week activities on the way. In the region, a manhunt continues after deadly shootout in Cunopia, Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, 21 dead in China fireworks factory blast. And in sports, Grenada women crowned ECVA Beach Volleyball champions. The details to these and more right after these messages.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph as we say welcome to our friends from Hot 98 FM Graphics and his team. Good morning and welcome. Thanks for joining us. In the local news, Grenada used a major international event to highlight its development priorities and strengthen ties with China. That's according to Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Economy, Adrian Thomas. Speaking on the country's participation at the third high-level conference of the Forum on Global Action for Shared Development, Minister Thomas said Grenada was the only Caribbean nation to present at the conference. At the event, he outlined Grenada's priorities for sustainable development and noted China's ongoing support for development projects. Minister Thomas says Grenada's participation provided a significant boost in the country's global visibility. The Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority is promoting composting as part of International Compost Awareness Week being observed from May 3rd to the 9th. Activities include school visits and public education under the theme Compost, Feed the Soil That Feeds Us, highlighting the link between composting, soil health, and food production. And finally, the Ariza Credit Union is reporting strong growth and member engagement following its just concluded annual general meeting, its AGM. Members approved dividends and rebates from a $14 million surplus, while officials say membership has grown to over 29,000 since rebranding in 2016. Ariza is encouraging more young people to explore financial opportunities available through the organization. And that brings us to the end of the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. Turning our attention now to what's happening in the region. 4 suspects are dead and 2 in custody after a police shootout in Cunopia, Trinidad and Tobago. Police say 8 masked men carried out a home invasion, tying up a 70-year-old farmer before fleeing with cash and a cell phone. The men were intercepted by police with gunfire being exchanged. Criminologists have praised the response, calling it decisive. A manhunt is underway for the 2 remaining suspects. A Jamaican court has handed a major victory to hotelier Adam Stewart in a long-running dispute over his father's business empire. The Supreme Court ruled that executors of Gordon Butch Stewart's estate have no legal authority to audit the companies before transferring shares to his son. The executors have filed an appeal. The case continues to draw close attention across corporate and the tourism sectors due to the influence and wealth tied to the Stewart family's empire. Now looking further afield, at least 21 people are dead and 61 injured after a massive explosion at a fireworks factory in China's Hunan province. Authorities deployed nearly 500 personnel to conduct search and rescue operations and treat the injured, while robots were used to help find those trapped within the building. An investigation has been launched into the cause of the blast. And finally, oil prices have jumped sharply amid rising tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, with Brent crude climbing to by nearly 6% to $114.44 a barrel on Monday. Analysts say that even if Washington and Tehran reach a deal to end the war, oil prices are expected to remain elevated for some time due to the blockage or the backlog of uploaded cargo, damaged infrastructure, and the need to clear the Iranian mines. And that's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. In our lone sporting item this morning, well, good news, mixed news. Grenada's women are celebrating regional glory, while the men fell short at the ECVA, that's the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association's Senior Beach Volleyball Championship in St. Lucia. Tanya Mitchell and Renisha Stafford captured back-to-back titles, rallying to defeat the host nation in a 3-set final. However, the men's pair of Darren Oxford and Jonelle Phillip finished outside the top 4. Both teams now turn their focus on upcoming international competition. A good performance there from Team Grenada. And folks, that's all the sports we have at this segment. We'll have more sports for you during our luncheon newscast. If you stay with us, we'll join the folks at the Met Office for the latest weather forecast. Stick and stay with us. That comes up right after these.
Choose my toilet paper, made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish space off Harbor Bay, super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Nicole Jones at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Nicole.
Hi, good morning to you and your listeners. Here's the weather for today, Tuesday, the 5th of May, 2026, as recorded at Morris Bishop International Airport. Presently, the weather is fair. Winds are from the east at 30 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1015.8 millibar, which is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 28.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 72%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.8 degrees Celsius. Last night's min was 26.6 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 0 millimeter of rainfall was recorded, hence the total for the month remains at 0. Now we move to the public forecast valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair and slightly hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times with a few brief isolated showers. Moderate haze is expected. Sensitive persons are advised to take all necessary precautions. Maximum temperature today will be at 30.5. Winds are expected to be easterly to southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas moderate with wave 5 to 7 feet in open waters. Low tide today will be at 12:30 p.m., high tide at 6:30 p.m. Sunset today will be at 6:22. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:45. Just to repeat the public forecast valid for today. Generally fair and slightly hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times, with a few brief isolated showers. Moderate haze is expected overnight. Sensitive persons are advised to take all necessary precautions. Maximum temperature today, 30.5 degrees Celsius. Reporting from the Morris Bishop International Airport, I'm Nicole Jones. Do have yourself a wonderful morning.
Thank you very much, Nicole. You do likewise. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
First home? Need to replace what stopped working? Ready for an upgrade? Now is the time to shop at Quartz. Get a free gift with purchase on select appliances and 20% off matching bedroom pieces. Shop mattresses for the comfort you need. Plus, save on furniture, dining, and large screen TVs. Get what you need at Quartz. And when they ask, say, I got it at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
It's 1 minute after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Grenada strengthens ties at Beijing Development Conference, and also Compost Awareness Week activities are underway. That's in the local segment. In the region, we hear that a manhunt continues after deadly shootout in Conopia, Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, 21 dead in China fireworks factory blast. And in sports, Grenada women crowned ECVA Beach volleyball champions. Now that has been the morning edition of news for today, Tuesday, 5th May 2026. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, wishing you a great morning, a wonderful day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. Graphics and the team from Hot 98 FM, thank you for sharing your time with us. See you around, everybody.
Life isn't one size fits all. Take me, for example. I like my suits well fitted. Getting a loan should feel like buying a suit. That's why financing at Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited is made to fit everyone. Introducing the Made to Fit loan, financing tailored to your needs. Get 100% financing to buy or build your home, purchase land, or get that brand new car. Plus, get up to $50,000 unsecured. And to make sure your loan fits, Co-op Bank is trimming your loan fees by 50% and covering 30% of your legal fees.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Don't adjust your life to fit a loan. Get a loan that fits your life. Visit us online or stop by any retail banking unit today. Terms and conditions apply.
Grenada, sports aren't just a game. They're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
Boom! from here the melody, you know it's me, Martin, and dancing to the fullest. And listen, Grenada, you don't have to ask me if I love you, I do. Now listen up, it's all about Sunshine Promotions presents its 25th anniversary on May the 9th, 2026. Yours truly, Christopher Martin, will be here live and direct at the National Stadium, so make sure you're forward out. It's gonna be sweet sugar reggae coming at you all night, you understand? I can't wait to see you. Beautiful ladies, the first 2,000 of you to reach the venue will stand a chance to win out of $20,000 in cash prizes, you understand? So make sure you follow out early. I can't wait to see you. See you there.
So much pretty girls passing now, holding on to such a dance. I'm gonna hear you sing this, and I say, oh Lord, don't let me cheat on my girlfriend. Willie!
All right, folks, it's now 9 minutes after 7 o'clock, and this time I join Sergeant Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Sergeant Paul, good morning.
A pleasant morning to you, and it's always a pleasure to be on air this morning, letting persons know what is happening traffic-wise in the trial state of Grenada, so that they can know what to do and how to do it as it relates to driving, and let them know where we do have congestions and where we do have activities as it relates to traffic. And all things traffic this morning, as we jump right into it, I just want to let persons know at this particular time, the traffic at most of the areas, especially all of our towns and its adjoining roads at the moment, we do have a light to moderate flow of traffic. Light to moderate flow of traffic, with the exception of traffic coming out from the St. Paul's direction heading to the Lucas Street roundabout. As we stand right now, that traffic there already started to build. It is not heavy at the moment, but we start seeing the trajectory of a heavy flow of traffic as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, or even before that, because it already started moving. In addition to that, we also see movement from traffic from the Calvin direction, which leads to the Woburn, that road we call Toby Road there, and head on to the Woodlands, Grandlands Valley direction, and even straight that traffic head on to the Springs direction. So that is the two areas that we normally would have the heavier flow of traffic on morning time in the trial and state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Sweetie Martinique. So drivers, please pay particular attention to these particular roads on morning time as you head to your destination, especially heading to work, where you have to arrive to work on time. So that is more so that we have as it relates to traffic at this particular time. Most of the, as we stated, in most of the areas, we have a light to moderate from traffic flowing in most of the areas, the western corridors, traffic coming out from the Grande Town direction, also traffic coming out from all these areas, Springs, Tempe, Mount Parnassus, all these areas moderately flowing at this particular time. As we dive right into the accident state for the past 24 hours and the trial and state, and we do have a total of 6 minor accidents reported for the past 24 hours, and they are as follows. The traffic headquarters reported 2 minor, South 1 minor, Grenville 1, and St. David 1, giving us that total of 6 minor accidents. And that is where, again, I would like to tell persons or advise persons as it relates to driving along the nation's road. It is your responsibility to get to your destination safely and on time. But we must do so if we do what is necessary as a prudent driver along the nation's road. And I like to start with servicing and maintaining, and then move to making sure you do your checks before leaving or even driving that vehicle. You may not be a mechanic, but you should be able to at least check the oil, check certain things, and make sure once you start that vehicle, do a dashboard check. Those lights there tells you what is happening to the vehicle. If you do not understand, you can Google, but there's a risk of that. So contact your mechanic once you see lights are staying on in your vehicle. I'm not talking about a seatbelt one, but nevertheless, we want you to do that as well. And if you're driving and you observe or hearing any unnecessary sound, please check your mechanic immediately. You do not know the dangers that it poses as it relates to you continue to drive a vehicle once you're hearing other songs that you do not hear on a regular. And again, it's your responsibility to drive safely. We do not have any funerals today, so at most of the areas, especially in the town, will be probably expect to have good flowing traffic all throughout the day. But we know that at times the traffic do fluctuate, and the times that we do on a morning time, then we do have a busy period during the day, and that is between 12 to 1 o'clock. We will experience some heavy flow of traffic again, and the evening flowing traffic, which starts sometimes at 3:30, quite right into 6 p.m. So drivers, again, especially, and I normally want to tell persons, if you don't have anything to do in the town, especially in the town of St. George's, let us use alternative routes to get out. We have Marassil, the lane, we have all these places, rather than person just coming through the town and making it even further congesting it as it already is. And person just keep driving around town for no reason. But then again, as I said, it's your time that is wasting, but nonetheless, we know how town is constructed. So I just want to advise drivers, especially our bus drivers, make sure that you take the kids to their destination safely and on time. Make sure that you cross and make sure you drop them in designated areas and so forth so that they can be safe and will be safe at the end of the day. As we get on, we just want to wrap things up. We just want to let persons know as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, traffic will definitely increase as we head into the town, but know that we do have officers and wardens in various show points and locations to assist in the regulating of the traffic as we try to make it a lot easier. But still with officers there, we know that congestion is congestion. So again, we want to advise persons to leave home a little bit earlier. If you know that you're experiencing traffic congestions at morning times in the area that you normally travel, to avoid that, we ask that you leave home a little bit earlier or you take the necessary traffic diversions. And that is all I have for persons this morning as it relates to traffic. Anything from you before we wrap this up?
No, nothing new per se, nada nuevo, but just want to remind our drivers and the road users in general, I just like you would like to see a reduction in the number of minor accidents. I wish that we have no report of that. We shouldn't be even talking about minor accidents, fender benders and all this sort of thing, and even further to, fatal accidents. And those, an accident is an accident, right? But in the final analysis, if we as road users do all the things that we're supposed to do, then only accidents will take place. All right, those that are unavoidable, because that's what they really are. But some of the accidents are, unforced errors. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you're not supposed to do, and what you're supposed to do, you're not doing it. Let us all be wise on the nation's road, because the road is a serious place. It's not a place to play.
Not at all.
All right, so thank you, Sarge. I'm going to allow you to ask that question this morning, as always.
And let's dive right into it. If you are texting or doing anything else while you should be maneuvering that vehicle,
then who's driving?
Like that question. Who is driving?
Who's driving that vehicle? All right. Driving is serious business. Don't play and drive. Thank you, Sarge, to you and your entire team at the traffic department, and by extension, the rank and file of the RGPF. I really do appreciate that collaborative effort that we have as we keep our nation abreast with what's happening traffic-wise. Thank you so much.
And thank you again and the entire team at GBN for allowing us that spot.
Folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the conversation begins.
have to turn on. Woo. Listen now, let's all about Blazer Shop on like a region. On all the 30th of May, it's all about GBN, Maggie, King of the Grill. This year, we are the junior segment. And all you know the regular thing. Woo. Heat in the place. A lot of flavor. All you can see real smoke, real thing. Make sure you come on Monrouge playing field. 30th of May. Yeah, baby. And this up? So when you come out, let we have a time, eat some chicken, eat some pork, and enjoy yourself. GBN, Maggie, King of the Grill. I'm out.
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458.
As we look ahead to 2026, we're committed to elevating Grenada's presence on the global stage. Our integrated tactical focus includes media relations, travel trade engagement, sales activation, and digital campaigns. These efforts are designed to ensure visibility and establish leadership in our niche pillar marketing. We invite you to join us on this journey by supporting our initiatives and sharing the beauty of our Tri-Island state with the world. Together, we can make 2026 a year of growth and success for our islands. Whether you're a local stakeholder, a travel enthusiast, or someone who simply loves Grenada, your involvement is crucial to our success. Thank you for your continued support. Let's make 2026 a year to remember.
First home? Need to replace what stopped working? Ready for an upgrade? Now is the time to shop at Quartz. Get a free gift with purchase on select appliances and 20% off matching bedroom pieces. Shop mattresses for the comfort you need. Plus, save on furniture, dining, and large screen TVs. Get what you need at Quartz. And when they ask, say, I got it at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Get ready for the mother of all bingos, because Sunday, May 17th, the entire nation will be heading to the National Cricket Stadium for the massive Megaforce promotions, Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. It all goes down from 5 p.m. and this year you can win not 1, not 2, but 3 hybrid cars. We're talking a Suzuki Ignis, a Subaru XV, and a Honda Vizzle. But that's not all. You can also get a chance to win $30,000 in cash. Grab your tickets now. $60 for one or $100 for two. And did I mention free buses will be available island-wide? This is the event no one should miss. Sunday, May 17th, Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. National Cricket Stadium, we're coming. Brought to you by Caribbean. It's the way we play.
All right, folks, it's now 23 minutes after 7 o'clock, and welcome to the conversation for this morning. With me in the studio is Mr. Kenson Baptiste, yes, and as we converse, you would get to know more about him. And he's here this morning primarily to talk on the fundraiser, the annual fundraiser that the Methodist Church has at the Botanical Gardens every year. Every year, last year there's twice a young teacher from he usually comes and he's so eloquent in speaking, you know, but nonetheless I know you can do justice for yourself. Good morning.
I will try my best. Good morning, sir.
How are you?
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm great, thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you.
Yes.
Folks, in case you didn't know, this is Rootsman Kelly's brother. All right, but he's on the other sphere of life. He's not into the calypso. He's into counseling.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about this.
Yes. Well, it's something I discovered when I went to college, straight out of secondary school, and I started reading at the library at TAMCC, and I discovered psychology, and I said to myself, this is for me. Before that, my goal was to become a medical doctor, but when I discovered psychology, I switched tracks. So after teaching for a number of years, after being in the education system for a number of years, I decided that the opportunity came for me to still be in the field of education, but specialize in counseling. Yes.
Okay. While at that, let me just take the opportunity and say good morning to Pastor Carlton George. Do you know him?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's a very good psychologist and counselor as well. Good morning, bro, to you and the family.
Good morning, Mr. George.
Yes. Yeah, so, and you're now attached to the Boca Secondary School?
Yes, I am.
What is it like? I mean, working as a counselor in the secondary schools. I taught at the secondary school level myself a few years ago.
Okay.
And it was a task. Dealing with the children of today could be a daunting, if you want to put it this way, uphill battle sometimes. But what has it been like for you?
It's been very rewarding and challenging as well. Yes, rewarding because it's work that has to be done. The nation's children are we often say the children are the future. So somebody has to be able to be there for them in that way. We live in a very fast-paced life right now where parents are working 2-3 jobs. Sometimes they're not there for their children as they would want to be. And therefore, the society has switched now whereby we need specialists who can do the job of maybe parents but we're professionals, so we're not teachers, but we're able to cater for the psychological, the emotional, the mental, the academic and career needs of the students at the school. So you mentioned it's a daunting task. Adolescence is said to be the period of upheaval, the period of storm, so it's a very challenging period, not just for the parents and teachers, but for the adolescents themselves. It can be challenging for them, so they need that support.
And I'm happy that you said that, because so many times, I don't know if it's because of lack of knowledge or understanding of the processes that a human being goes through, that in that adolescent period, some people think that these children are mad children, these are mad people because of but they are not understanding the turmoil and challenges that this being is going through. And it's not because of any fault of theirs. That's just the way of life.
Yes.
As the Chinese would say, that's just chi. Right? So the more that parents, guardians, they too need to be educated in that field so that they can understand what is happening to a child during that period of their life, and that they can do the right remedial work with that child, instead of just saying, me, I have no time with it. He's at this and she's at that. And so, it's very important.
Yes, I'm happy you mentioned that, because guidance counselors are also there for parents. We offer services to parents as well. So not just the students, the teachers, everybody who work along, although the primary focus is on the children, but everybody who is in the child's ecosystem, in that environment, we assist with helping them to help the children.
Yes. What would you say is one of the main causes that the children manifest what we would see as the bad side? What do you think? What are the triggers?
It's a combination of factors. It's difficult to just pinpoint one thing that would trigger what we may call bad behavior. In psychology, we call it maladaptive behaviors, things that might not fall within the norm or what's expected. Some of the main triggers would be from infancy. They say that between 0 and 3 or 0 and 5 are the most important years of a child's life. So it starts even there. How the environment a child is in would determine how they behave as an adolescent or they behave even as an adult. That carries from one stage to the next into adolescence, into adulthood. So the formative years of a child's life are very important and would determine how they behave later on. However, there are certain things that might happen later on in a child's life. For example, the death of a family member, the death of somebody very close to them. And if they do not get the proper support at that point, it can derail their mental, emotional health, and that can lead them into these kind of behaviors as well. A child can be born with a mental or physiological deficiency. So they may have a brain injury, or they may have maybe they're born with some issue that can affect their thinking, their processing, and that can lead them into these behaviors as well.
Because as time progresses, it can get compounded if it's not dealt with at the right stage.
Yes.
You spoke about children, the environment for children between 0 and 5. What is the most what is the best environment for a child within that stage? What are the things parents should be ensuring that they do and don't in the presence of that child, that the child's immediate environment?
Yes. So I would say, not just me, but studies have shown that we speak about love a lot, but that's care and nurture that parents are supposed to provide. That is very important. The environment needs to be one where children, infants, can see that they can trust someone. They can rely on someone to be there for them. So it's not just about helping them do everything, being there for them whenever they cry, picking them up. Even the advice is even when a child is crying, to leave them to cry for a period of time so they can develop that sense of independence even at that young age, but yet we don't leave them to cry for too long. We let them know that we're there for them.
But they must cry.
Crying is a normal part of life, yes. And so we don't want to develop a certain learned helplessness in them. We're doing everything for them. So the environment needs to be supportive, but at the same time, we need to realize that one day these children need to be able to stand on their own, and if we do everything for them, then they will be more or less dependent.
Yes. And I think this is one of the areas in which parents and guardians misinterpret certain things. Some parents or guardians find it difficult to say I love you to their child. All right?
Yes.
They cannot. Because they cannot give what they didn't get.
Yes.
All right? They would provide all the physical things. They would give them the latest gadgets, the latest shoes, the latest clothes. As something comes out, they will buy it and think that, hey, I'm doing all for my child.
Yes.
However, the soft, intangible things, that's most of the time that's what the child is lacking.
And people call them soft skills, but I tend to differ, and other people tend to differ too. They're very difficult, as you said. Some people cannot. It's difficult for them to say sorry, to say, I love you. It's difficult. So these are not soft skills. They're hard skills. And our culture is a tough culture we grew up in. Corporal punishment, beatings, shouting, cursing. We do that a lot to our children, and our children do it to other children, and we call it bullying in school, but it starts at home. They get bullied by, it's sad to say that, but the parents are not intentionally doing it, but it's part of our culture to shout, to raise our voices, to curse, and so once they get that, they would reciprocate, and they would, so that is very important. Saying I love you is very important, yes.
Yeah, I know one particular individual, all right, and much older than I am, and I said to him, I said, do you tell your lady, your wife, that you love her? You say, but I can't do that. How do I do that? I can't do that. Me not God that loves people. You know, but all the actions that he pushes out are the actions of love.
Yes.
But to actually say it. Yes. And a lot of times people don't realize how critically important it is, especially for a child in what we will refer to as the formative years, to hear that I love you and let the action match the saying.
Yes, definitely. Words are very powerful.
I sound like a psychologist.
Yes, yes. I mean, you've been in the business for a long time.
No, but I mean, I stand up and I look at certain scenarios that display sometimes, and when everybody is lashing out and beating on, I step back and I said, they don't understand. A child is behaving a particular way and you don't understand. The first thing you want to do is strike a blow. But in evaluation, do authorities ask, why is that child behaving like that? I taught in one of the roughest schools at one point, and people wondered, why is it the so-called bad boys and bad girls gravitated to Mr. Joseph? I showed them love.
Yes.
I gave them an open arm. Come. When I had to discipline, I was a tough disciplinarian as well. So they got tough love. But they knew they could come to Mr. Joseph with anything. And it's hard to say, I'm not seeing much of that happening nowadays. We have people... In any case, let me not say that.
It's happening, but yes, there are still good in the world, and there are still teachers and parents doing a very great job, caregivers doing a very great job, you know, and but there needs to be more of it, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, as it relates to the function that you perform at the Boca Secondary School, does every secondary school or every school on island have one at the moment?
No, unfortunately, but the government over the years have made strides in that area. But yes, every secondary school does not have a counselor at the moment, but there is a need for that.
And which is sad, because that time in the child's life and development is so important that you have all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed in that process, so that we get the desired adults that we want, because the habits that you cultivated during that period of time, based on the habits that are cultivated, these are the people that are coming out to be the politicians and the teachers and so forth later. And so
yes,
we could be getting damaged goods.
Yes, yes. But I hope the Ministry of Education does not take issue with this interview this morning, as this is not sanctioned by them, and I'm here on behalf of the St. George's Methodist Church. So
you're a politician, you know, to turn the conversation nicely.
I've been in the business for a while as well, so I do not want to overstep in terms of crossing boundaries.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
but this is a very important conversation.
It is, and maybe at another juncture you can come in that official capacity as counselor, and then we can delve into all the alleys and byways of it. But nonetheless, the Methodist fundraiser that's coming up, what's the date?
It's on Thursday of this week. So today is the 5th, so it's on the 7th. Yes, the 7th of May, 2026. It will be held at the Sir Eric Matthew Geary Botanical Gardens. And it's something that has been happening for over 50 years. It started on Lucas Street at the Wesley Hall. That's the old school building on Lucas Street. And it has now grown to the point where a bigger space is needed for it. So it has been held for a number of years now, annually at Sir Eric Matthew Geary Botanical Gardens.
Why was that hall called Sir Wesley Hall? Is it because Mr. Wesley was the founder of the Methodist movement?
Yes. So it was named after John Wesley. Yes.
Okay. Yes. I always wondered that, but then I should have made that correlation before. Wesley, John Wesley, founder of the Methodist movement. Wesley Hall, so it's his hall.
Yes.
Right. And what's the format for that fundraiser this year?
So it begins at 10 a.m. 11 a.m., sorry, and it goes up to 7 p.m. So 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., there will be bouncing castle for children. There are pastries, eats and drinks, tea. There's a tea section. You know, when you're playing test cricket, you break at 3 p.m. for tea.
For tea, yes.
So tea begins at 3 and it goes to 6.
I always wonder, I say that sounds foolish, right? In us in the region here, we know tea, breakfast and dinner and so forth. Then but they have lunch first and then tea.
You know, cricket was born in England, so I guess it's based on the British culture. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a particular project that the Methodist Church is embarking on now for the fundraisers?
Yes, well, the Methodist Church continues with its outreach, the mission of Christ, to preach scriptural holiness, and not just the preaching of the word, but helping the less fortunate, people who are sick and shut in. The church manages 5 schools on the island, 4 primary schools, 1 secondary school. So the church does outreach within those schools as well. The church offers scholarships to students within the schools, CPA students going to secondary school, and students who are less fortunate. And other outreach activities within the wider community. So, you know, funds are needed for that. So there's always a need to bring in more funds so that the work of God can continue in a very substantial and effective manner.
Yeah, bring it into the storeroom.
Yes.
So then could this, okay.
Definitely.
Right. And how many churches do you have on island at the moment?
There are 8 congregations, including one on the island of Carriacou.
Yeah.
Yes, Sister Isle.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So the activity start this Thursday. That's on the 7th.
Yes.
It starts at 11.
Yes.
Ends at 7.
Yes.
And is it a paying event? You have to pay to enter.
Okay. So no, you do not have to pay to enter. There will be music. There are chits. So if you decide to spend $50 at the event or $100 at 20, you can purchase that amount of chits as you enter the botanical gardens, right next to the gazebo area there. So chits will be given. So there's barbecue, cakes, plants, many things that you can purchase, clothing, groceries, variety items for the house. So there is something for everybody. So you can bring the entire family and they can come out, support the church, support the work of the Lord.
Okay. And if there's a member of my audience now that is hearing that wouldn't necessarily want to come to the fundraiser event, but however wants to contribute to that movement of supporting the 5 schools,
yes,
or 6 schools, that 5 schools, and they want to be benevolent and just give, how could they do that?
Yes, well, they can visit any of the schools directly, speak with the principals, or through the Ministry of Education, or the Methodist Church office is on Lucas Street in that same Wesley Hall building. So they can visit the church office. They can call the church office as well to make a contribution or make contact so that they can go ahead and make that contribution. That is always welcome. Yes, there are people who give to the church so that the church can assist others, and that is the function of the church, to show God's love in our land. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, folks, you heard it from Mr. Batiste. He's representing the Methodist Church this morning. He wants you to come on out on Thursday at the Sir Eric Matthew Gary Botanical Gardens,
yes,
and be a part of this fundraiser by the Methodist Church. It starts at 11, ends at 7 p.m. You can purchase your chits on entrance and just support, because you are supporting, when you do that, you are supporting all the initiatives of the Methodist Church.
Definitely.
I said it right?
Yes. Very right.
Yes. Okay. Anything else you thought we left or that you'd like to add in?
Just to reiterate that there are items for the children right up to the grandparents.
Okay.
So it's a family event. The music will be clean. The music is done by the same DJ on every year, and it's an activity. The venue is a nice, relaxing one. At the Botanical Gardens, the flowers are in bloom on the trees. So just come out, relax, praise God and contribute to His work.
Mr. Baptist, thank you very much for sharing with us. And I will challenge you to come back in your different capacity now as a counselor, that we can, because people out there need to hear that.
Yes,
we need to have this conversation. I think people are getting it wrong, not because they want to, but because of ignorance.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll try our best to see how we can rearrange that ignorance and make the place a better place.
No problem. I will speak to my supervisor and we'll arrange that.
Please do.
Yes.
Folks, that was Mr. Kellon Baptiste representing the Methodist Church this morning. Again, inviting you to the fundraiser on Thursday at the Sir Eric Matthew Gary Botanical Gardens, starting from 11 and running through till 7 p.m. Come on out and support. We take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458. But hurry, registration close April the 30th. Don't wait. Bring your fire, bring your flavor, and bring your A game. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026, where champions are made on the grill.
Boom! From here, the melody, you know it's me, Martin, and dancing to the fullest. And listen, Grenada, you don't have to ask me if I love you, I do. Now listen up, it's all about Sunshine Promotions presents its 25th anniversary on May the 9th, 2026. Yours truly, Christopher Martin, will be here live and direct at the National Stadium, so make sure you're forward out. It's gonna be sweet sugar reggae coming at you all night, you understand? I can't wait to see you. Beautiful ladies, the first 2,000 of you to reach the venue will stand a chance to win out of $20,000 in cash prizes, you understand? So make sure you follow out early. I can't wait to see you. See you there.
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
right, welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. It's 13 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We've got 13 minutes in which to have a brief conversation. I wasn't with you yesterday. I want to know what happened. Anything that you think you'd like to bring to the fore, this is your opportunity. Of course, keep it brief. Turn down the volume of whatever device in the background so we don't have the feedback. And let's have a brief conversation. Good morning, caller.
Morning, innocent. Morning to your listeners and your viewers. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to know that you're in better health this morning.
Thank you. Welcome.
Okay. It was interesting that you spoke about this morning, a little bit about your concern about what is happening in other parts of the world, which is what happens, every place is local in the sense. What happens in one part of the world affects every part. We've been talking years now that, this world is a global village. And in particular, I raised yesterday on GT program the need for us to adopt a crisis mode kind of situation, because it will come just like with COVID. I warned people, let us prepare in time for COVID. We didn't do that, and then we had to rush. People lost their stuff when the instruction was given. People expected to respond immediately. They couldn't even prepare, to save some of the stuff. Some of them went out of business at a time. We shouldn't let that happen where it is predicted that in a few months' time, if things continue as it is, and even if it doesn't, there'll be famine and so on, because things that have been obstructed for 2 months, things that should have been on its way to delivery now in different parts of the world, including air, have been obstructed. And it don't seem that though there will be a resolution soon. So what we need to do is to really have frank conversation with each other, including trying to figure out how we're going to respond. Like in the 1973-74, when we had a crisis, we were able to survive because the condition was different. People, they were still done, heavily available with food and that kind of thing. No, there's more concrete stuff all over the place, and we don't produce food anymore. So we need to, to the extent. So we need to find a way, how are we going to prepare ourselves? That's why we need to bring in people on the radio station like Dr. Guido Marshall to help us with his wisdom and knowledge. And then also, even though people are going to plant, we need to find a way to protect them, because we have issues with larceny. And finally, I know I can't stay too long. If we don't do what we need to do, when the crisis comes on, it's going to be so difficult for us, because there will be crime, there will be people who think that they need food or whatever and they can't get it, or go by those who they think they have. We could prevent that, or try to prevent that by taking preemptive measure. Thank you, Innocent.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's a call for us to be proactive rather than reactive, all right? Let us close the door of the stable before the horse is out. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, man, good morning, blessings. I realize common sense is so common again, boy.
Okay.
It's amazing when you hear a certain aspersion being cast, insinuating that members of parliament seemingly trying to poison somebody else. I mean, that is just so degrading. I mean, you have a time and a place for everything in life. And it's so sad. This is what Grenada has become. It's very disappointing to a lot of folks. And people who are backing a move like that, it tells you what we think, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And in terms of what is going on in Grenada, with the amount of development we see in, it's so sad. I think we really have to pray for our politicians. We have to pray for Grenada and ask God to control the direction of this country. And let's pray for the Prime Minister as well as the opposition. But in the same time, let's keep on encouraging the Prime Minister, because the trajectory in which he's taking is definitely a positive one. Because whenever anybody or any government or any person seeking to educate a nation, it says that that person understands the futuristic plans of others and what will make people comfortable in the long term. When they think about your health, when they think about making sure that every family have a university degree, it states a lot about the mentality of that government. Remember, You have to have will and political power to implement change. You know, and what we see in thus far in the creatives, the amount of work that's been done is astronomical for that short period of time. And we should be given credit. Because watch, with that potato, let's be honest, with the potato, look at that, they're trying to break down on the amount of imports that Grenada been doing. And if we eat more local, the message that's been sent is let's go back to the soil and do more local things than casting aspersions. Anyhow, have yourself a good day. Enough respect.
All the time, bro, all the time. Folks, it's 7 minutes on to 8 o'clock. And yeah, you can call me 435-2041. Let's share your thoughts. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Innocent, how was the weekend, my boy?
My weekend was quiet, painful, a lot of pain, but I'm good.
Well, listen, a lot of pain, oh my, but you know, I could ease the pain, you know. I'm a pain easer. So you're wrong. You should have called on me, man. Call on me.
I will next time, okay?
Yeah, you know, the thing about the potato, I have to give compliments to that Minister of Agriculture because, last night I saw him on the television and I was so proud of him. He's a real statesman, good material for Prime Minister. He gave a good account of it. Well, as a matter of fact, he's very experienced. I don't have to go through the whole thing. Permanent secretary. He's a financier. He's great, right? So I don't have to really go through all of that. Actually, he's the best. He's brilliant. The thing about this potato, I just hope, you know how Grenadians still like this foreign thing rather than local. So I just hope that they will be able to produce potatoes that of the same quality, because that's the problem. Sometimes people start nice, and they don't continue. And also at the cost, because you see those larger countries, they talk about economy of scale. They'll be able to produce millions, thousands of pounds, so that when it comes in, it's much cheaper. Yeah. And you know how the things locally, I don't have to tell you, everybody knows things locally, in a sense, it's always more expensive than those that are coming in. It's a regular cry, a lot of cries, a regular thing that people always talk about, right? So what I'm concerned about the quality, would it be consistent to what is produced? Would it, the price, you have to make it affordable, because remember right now, chicken, whole chicken, local chicken, is more expensive. I don't have to tell people that. Local is more than the imported chicken, so everybody go for the imported chicken. So it might be the same for potatoes. But I'm very happy about it, because that minister, he's really, really trying it, and it's good. But like I say, I had those concerns that I've raised, the quality, the consistency in the quality, and also the price, because we see all what happened local things, always expensive, more than what imported, because you see those countries, what you call economies of scale, so they produce so much, so it's going to be cheaper. But kudos to that minister. He's working, and he's a good minister of agriculture, and I think he has agriculture at hand. So all I can say is that we have to try and support our local. Okay. All right, but we have to also bear in mind, we have to look at the cost, and we have to look at the pocket too. Okay. I encourage all people, beginning with myself, to support local.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great day.
Have a great day now. Thank you very much, folks. It's 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We've got that time left in which we can call. Good morning to you, my dear Miss Wells and Miss Maras. Good morning to you all. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning. Greetings.
Good morning.
Welcome. Couple of things. I'd like to make a couple of observations as we do that quickly. One of your callers prior was speaking about preparing ourselves as soon as possible in anticipation of certain things happening around the world. And he's quite correct on that. You see, Mr. Joseph, in this here country, we do not have a leadership. The leadership of the country has the duty and responsibility to orientate the nation in matters like this. But you see, our leadership live in the spiral of hallucinating artificial intelligence delusion. So they cannot see the real thing, so that they can sit on the radio and television and talk to the people. They lack that capacity, absolutely. It's rather unfortunate. We voted for change in this country so that the people can be educated, elevated in knowledge and consciousness. But we lack it, unfortunately. Finally, Mr. Joseph, the potato issue. For Christ's sakes, just imagine the mawet that taking place in the parliament of this here country, that they're coming out, they're sharing out, quote unquote, listen to me well, and investigate it if you care, but since I was a child alone, listen. What the hell is Irish potato? As far as I know, Irish potato is a delicacy, a sweet delicacy. There's no potato in the world called Irish potato. None. Anybody can find it. Make me look at what they usually call me. The product that they're talking about is white potato, and read the history of the potato, where it came from, the Inca region. Oh my goodness. And we making mawet in the parliament, sharing out potato and making comments with that so-called Speaker of the House challenging people to remove statements which were not recorded in the parliament proceedings. These people don't understand how they're making this here country look. They're denigrating the knowledge and capacity of our people with this mawet and pappy show behavior in the parliament. What's the matter with them, for Christ's sake? They have lost their way. Excuse me, but I can't really otherwise express my disappointment with the new leadership of this country. That's why, brothers and sisters, you have a decision to make very soon. Are you going to sit and accept this nonsense from these people who continue to quote-unquote shit down your throat? For what it's worth, Mr. Joseph, do have a nice day, will you?
Thank you very much, caller. Have yourself a great day likewise. Folks, it's 1 minute away from 8 o'clock, and if we do not have a call in 20 seconds or so, all right, we've gotten it. Good morning, caller. Welcome. Okay, all right, caller. Unfortunately, we'll have to end it there. You were forewarned. That's it for the conversation this morning. Thank you again to Mr. Batiste for sharing with us on his role as counselor, but most importantly, the fundraiser for the Methodist Church on Thursday at the Botanical Gardens. And for all those of you who called subsequently to share your views and ideas on certain topical issues, thank you so much. We are going to join the BBC momentarily for the usual bulletin. Thank you. Bye-bye.